Good morning. It caught me. Trying to get my phone on the right page in those milliseconds I have after I hit go live. Good morning. Good morning. Well, my cheater screen doesn't say I'm live yet. Let's make sure I did it right. Okay, now I look like I'm live. Apparently I had just a few more milliseconds than I thought. When it said I was live, my back was to the camera. So, it's going to be that kind of day, tech. We are not having none of it. And you're welcome, Sylvia. Good morning, Practically Creative, Melissa. And Sylvia, who is You and Me FPP. Get my stuff up here. And so you don't have to look too hard for their playlist for our dynamic trio. It is pinned to the top comment. I have not had very much coffee. My husband got me the wrong kind of creamer. It is sugar-free, and I think it's making my head fuzzy. I'm adding sugar and non-sugar creamer to it. This morning I tried milk with those, and it didn't work. So I added some of the creamer. Gee, Dee Dee is here. Yay, woohoo! Dee is here. She is on time. And it's her videoing day, so bonus points to Dee Dee for showing up. She drops videos at 5 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. I have all these time zones running in my head when I start to talk. 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, and she puts a short up every Wednesday. She's killing it. She's not a quilty person, but we're not going to hold that against her because we love her. She does cleaning, organizing, which, by the way, the better organized you are, the more stuff you can have. Ask how I know. You didn't hear that from me. Thank you, Sylvia, for the links. Thank you, thank you. And Lynn made it. Good afternoon. See, I've already forgotten it's noon. The fuzz is real. Oh, goodness. Let's see if I can get that screen up so I can see my chat better. I hope everyone had a good weekend and a good Monday. Okay, first of all, hi, I'm Coleen. This is Coleen Sews and Chats. I do lives on Tuesday trying to figure out blocks from a picture to see if I can do them without any directions. Today may be a fail. Now that we've got that tidbit out of the way. Sorry I was gone last week. You can probably still hear it in my voice. This is not all sleepy voice. I've got it before. The thing that I had seems to be holding on for dear life in affecting my asthma and sinuses. So still got that going on. My husband calls it the smoker voice. So I don't know if I'll get in trouble for saying this word on YouTube. The Sexy 900 voice I had is not here. I know I'll use show up for that. And of course, I'm going to start coughing. Asthma. And the fan. So I can't donate until I get my asthma better under control because you don't want to go and donate and have a coughing fit with a needle stuck in your arm. Donating plasma, I do that twice a week. At least I was doing that twice a week. It earns me a little bit of money and does something good for my community, and I enjoy it. My body doesn't so much. Dee Dee says she has two voices, regular and separate phone voice. Now, my husband calls my phone voice my church lady. Why is it when the phone rings that you turn into a church lady? Hi, how you doing? What's good? He's a liar, just so you know. He doesn't get the church lady because he does things. I'm trying to think of something that he did. does things like talk after I say I'm recording a voiceover. Right, Sylvia? I'm not alone in that. I'll sit next to him. I was like, I'm recording a voiceover. Okay. And I'll stare at him for a minute to make sure he's understood. And when I think that he's understood what I just said, I turn the mic on and I start talking. Then he starts talking to me, talking back to me. And I'm going, I just stop and I just look at him. And eventually he'll look up from his game and go, what? I was recording a voiceover. Why didn't you tell me? I'm going to have to start recording that just so he has proof. Anyway, that's why he doesn't get the church lady voice. And I did some voiceovers this weekend for 3 or 4 videos where I am extra screechy when my son comes in to play the boo game with me. He gets up. If I don't hear him, if I do hear him, he says, boo, every morning. And I left that in some of the videos because I am extra screechy. And that's how we play. Just say that's how we play. We are playing. He is laughing off camera. Sometimes you can hear it in his voice. Other times we try to keep a straight face and straight tone until the other one cracks. Good morning, Deborah. Good to see you too. Good to see everybody. I always feel like if I forget to say that to somebody, it's just rude. I said it's good to see Sylvia and Melissa, and I forgot to say it's good to see Dee Dee or Deborah, and it's rude. It's not intentional. Okay, first thing we're going to do, so I don't forget, and then I'll go on my tangent that I started a second ago. I'm going to get my random number picker up. 1 through 110. It auto starts. I had to move things because my keyboard would not reach where I wanted it, but my book would. If you hear a crash, things went wrong. Okay, random number generator is up. It starts on a number. I put 1 to 10, 110, and we have number 10. Have not done number 10 yet. Oh, next week would be the 17th. Let's see, what is number 10? Don't look at the book. And I will show you in just a second the book that I'm pulling from. Oh, I like this one. I like this one. I like this one, and I can do it without the instructions. I've done all of them. Today's was a struggle, and I think it was Fuzzy Head's fault. Let's see. Where did my Post-its? Number 10 is cake stand. I think it's also called the flower basket or just a basket. So this will be next week's. I like it. I am picking random numbers from the, somebody said something to Melissa. Her and her fat fingers. It's a struggle for us with fat fingers, just so you know. I am looking in the Quick and Easy Block Tool book. I pick a random number 1 to 110 and see if I can make it without looking at the picture. No, I look at the picture. How else am I going to know what I'm making without looking at the instructions? And so far, so good. Let's see. Which one was? Oh, and this week it was a simple one. This is the one we're doing today. Hopefully in a timely manner. Hopefully we're doing it today. I make no promises on today's, and I don't even say that it's a tutorial loosely. Because yesterday was it was just snowballed. My mind went, how hard can we make this? And proceeded to Y seams. When the rest of me caught on, I was like, oh no. No, we're doing some seam ripping. Oh, hello, Lori. Sherlock Sews. Let's see. I had a list of things to mention. Thank you for the recent subs I've gotten. I appreciate that. I hope you enjoy the channel, whether you're here for shorts or here for long content, just here for the lives. We're all good. Oh, yeah. There's community rules, you know. YouTube TOS is what we go by, so learn them. The pretty people in the blue names are moderators. They have wrenches. They throw them at people who misbehave. We can time people out, but I find that that's just fun to do randomly. It's better to boot people. Sorry, it's going to be a problem today. Let's see. This Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern, we have our dynamic trio video drops, and you can bounce from channel to channel and see those with Sylvia, you and me, FPP, Melissa, Practically Creative. Dynamic trio is pinned to the first comment, so you don't have to look for it. Friday, my premiere will be at 8 a.m. I'm changing it to 8 a.m. because we've learned a new trick, me and my friends. So we can keep visiting in chats, basically, is why we do it. And we take all our friends with us. We'll do one premiere on one channel, and then we can hop over to the next channel premiere, and it should take you right to it from whoever's channel you're on. Mine, Sylvia, Melissa's, until the end. So Friday, it will be me, then Sylvia, then Melissa. And we just hop from live premiere or pre-recorded premiere, which means chat to chat to chat. And you are free to follow us. You don't have to. We appreciate it if you do. But I am going to start a towel tutorial, the hooded towels I make, and I am not reading. Okay. Oh, there's birthdays. I miss birthdays. I know Lori's birthday is coming up. Lori's birthday is coming up. Melissa's birthday is coming up. I need to get the dates because I don't have them written down anywhere. I am an irresponsible friend like that. But Friday, I am showing the talk through because I've got a video up of just me doing it. But I'm talking through it for hooded towels for toddlers. And my cousin likes to get them as soon as there's a baby going to be born. She finds out there's a baby expected. Coleen, can you? Of course I can. And they grow quick, so they grow out of those little baby towels quick. So it's a regular sized towel and a hand towel that I use. And she had one made for her child, and she showed me a picture of it. So then I figured out how to do it. And what is J? It starts with a J is where I learned it from, and I usually put a link to her video because she does a good job. She has a fancier machine than mine, though. I use a zigzag stitch, and that's pretty much it. She has one of those machines that does the picture for her and stuff. Does Melissa have one? Melissa might have one. I know Stephanie Stitches has one, and she's making ornaments. I'm a lurker over there. I love Stephanie. Quilting with Stephanie Stitches. Super Steph. She is very busy. Oh, Deborah had a birthday yesterday. Is that what we said? Happy late birthday. Yes, happy birthday, happy birthday. September's a big month for birthdays in chat. August was for my family. Oh, loud game shows. Where was you? Oh, I'm sorry. Getting over this. I don't usually get stuck in bed by being sick unless it's something serious. And I think the last time was pneumonia, even when I got the C word that we don't say year before last. Even when I got that did not take me off my feet. Last week, I was off my feet. I was in bed. I lost a day. Actually, I lost kind of 2 days. I don't remember a whole lot of Wednesday or Thursday. If it didn't pass, I would have went to the doctor and got checked out. But when I went there with that C thing, it was because my asthma set off, and I've got the stuff I need for my asthma now, so I didn't go to the doctor. I let it pass. But normally things like pneumonia keep me in bed, and that's what I was afraid of it turning into. It didn't. So I didn't get much accomplished last week. Was it last week or the week before that I lost the day? I don't remember now. I think it was the week before. I think last week I was okay, done in that rabbit hole. And it was the week before because I remember I was over at Halo's Wednesday, this last Wednesday. So the week before, anyway, I lost a couple days. I was sick. And on top of it, I got news that I lost a family member, and I've lost several in kind of a short time span. And that has been hard on me. So trying to stay upbeat, peppy, and, you know, all those things that I am and you know and love me for. It's taxing. It is my natural disposition, though. So, you know, it's a little bit easier than people who start off. But if I seem out of whack, if I seem, you know, my voice is weird, it's the cold, it's the crime. It just is. It is what it is. It happens. It's life. I am very soft-hearted. Ask anyone who knows me. Okay. Oh, I didn't. I'm at the top. Wait. Sorry. Here, Melissa? Are you talking about this Quilt Builder's card deck? Exclamation hall. The Christmas one. And I think she's gotten more in because it looks like they were on her site. She still doesn't have the number 3 box in. And I don't know. That must be on back order too, because that is still on our site. But you can put your email in to get notifications. Don't need to bug her in emails like I do. And I'm talking about haloinspired.com. Anyway, I got the Christmas sticker tickets. You rent my home. Is that your way of getting me back from the squirrel I was headed for? So I haven't went through it yet. I just opened it this morning right before the live. And aren't those cute blocks? I can see those on table runners, on placemats, on snack mats. December maybe drop from the card box. I like that, especially after this block. I'm telling you, I can do this block. It's an easy block. My mind decided that nothing I was giving it was information worth keeping or processing when it came to that block. Oh, Melissa would like my attention. Melissa would like my attention. Oh, Deborah, I'm sorry none of your kids wished you happy birthday. I get in that boat too. You know, your kids are out, they're living, they're being adults like they're supposed to. You hate to nag them and tell them, hey, you missed something. And I don't do that, but I understand. I'm sorry. Happy birthday from all of us. Melissa, you have my attention. Ooh, Deborah. Okay, Deborah took my attention. Deborah has 1, 2, and 3. Need the Christmas one. Last I looked, Halo had it. Melissa has 3 on our wish list on Amazon. I'm waiting for Halos to come in. Oh, it's been out of stock at Halos for a while. She did tell me they were coming in. I saw, I think it was her live that she said she had a big order coming in of stuff. I was squirrely. Oh. Did the Nightbot? Oh, okay. I see what happened. I didn't realize she did the exclamation Coleen, and it worked this time. Last time it didn't work. Okay. I'm caught up now. We do that because we're not a business. We do what we want. And I am not affiliate. I am not sponsored. I am not anything for anybody I mention. It's people I like, so it's people I share. It's things I share. That's just all there is to it. So, card deck. And I'm almost done with my list. Card deck, and I got this panel. It is upside down. It is upside down. I knew that. Whoops. Sometimes it's hard to find religious quilty things And if you don't like it, that's okay. You don't have to. I won't hold it against you. But I do have some friends who do like things like this and do enjoy when I show them and let them know where I found things like this. And I'm thinking even bowl cozies. I could cut these out for bowl cozies for some of my friends. Bowl cozies. So I thought that was pretty. I like having these. And they also make great fussy cuts for the 3-yard quilts when you get a big, like an 11, 10 one. I don't know. I made one. I don't know. When you get one of those big spaces that you put focus fabrics on, panels work great. Talking about the boxes. Oh no. Don't sneeze. I'm an enabler. You're welcome. Melissa says she can find religious quilty things all the time. Not my vibe for sewing. Yeah. I don't buy all the ones I see, but, and I think Halo probably has more than I usually see. But when I'm looking at quilt shops and stuff, I don't see very many usually. The last one I got was from Jordan Fabrics, and that's before I did the 3-yard quilt. So, pardon me for clearing my voice. My throat. Oh yes. One more before we take off into the realm of gonna do this, maybe. I was gonna show you what I did manage to get accomplished last week. Okay. Don't look at the one in the corner over here because that's for Sunday. Now this is one of the, oh, I forgot I was hiding it already. This is one of the block of the months the ladies did before I joined, and I will get it up as a block of the month. I've apparently put every video I had recorded up, except for that one this weekend for future uploads. So anyway, that is the double wedding ring. It's just like the one back here. I just wanted to put different things in them, and I'm going to build around them. I have changed my thought on these a little bit because I didn't like the colors I was going with. Dawn at My Quilt Projects has a free, I think, blog, I think is what it's called. Anyway, her information is in the bot. I did too. What was I saying? Dawn has a blog where she made an amazing quilt along, and she got a little bit behind on keeping up with the blocks. She is catching up with the blocks that she made for it, though. She's only a few short right now. As she works, she's a mom, you know, things happen. But anyway, she's she's got the templates, she's got the instructions, she's got everything. And the hard ones, I think she has videos for. If you check out her community page, she has pictures of all the blocks she's done. I'm just saying. And so me and the ladies, Melissa and Sylvia, were wanting to support her. So we've tried some of her blocks. And I was going to put them around this one. I'm not liking what I chose, except for this one I like. Except for where I messed it up, and my finger is conveniently covering that up. I read it out. I made it into FPP because I am efficient. This one had Y seams, 4-patch variation is what she called it. This one she had as applique, but I was really wanting to try curved piecing. So I'm clearly insane. I didn't do bad. I think I did pretty good. I'll even let you look close up. I think I did pretty good. I tried to go slow and everything. But anyway, I'm not liking the color choices I did for that. I was trying to stick with this. But I'm going to change them because I know for a fact my friend Sylvia did an amazing thing with panels and those blocks. But anyway, if you want to try the blocks, she's got like a hidden picture in it. That's hers to tell, not mine. And we're just trying them. There are some that are skill builders. There are some that are easy. I tell you, there's one she calls the demon block, and Melissa knows why now. We randomly picked a number, and those will go up one in October and one in February. Those will go up. But go by and see Dawn, see what she's up to, see what she's got going on. Okay. Oh. Thank you. Deborah said, very nice, Coleen. Oh, Sylvia's fighting, pinning, binding on a quilt. Oh, good morning, Tracy. Iron Stitches is in the house. People my age shouldn't do that. I'm just saying. And thank you. She said, that is cute. Love the double wedding ring. And I have plans for next year. I can be grandiose. But, okay, so this block, it's not a hard block. And I don't have a picture of it because somebody had a tantrum and took their cards that they had nicely piled over there in a picture situation. Somebody took their cards and went, put them all together. I don't know who would have a tantrum like that after having to rip for 25 minutes, which there's a 10-minute video of that going up and me just rambling eventually. Good morning, Deb as the Pug Mama Quilter. Good morning, good morning. Melissa says that one block was the most challenging she's done. So we're naming it Dawn's My Quilt Project Quilt Block Challenge. So the ones we do, that's what we're going to put on them because it's challenging us. At least it should. I changed some to FPP because I don't want that much of a challenge. But she has them all in, they're all small. They're 6.5 unfinished. So perfect for panels. You got panels, you want blocks, pick a colorway and go for it. Just, I don't want to spoil Sylvia's stuff, but okay, this block should not have been hard. It should not have been. But yesterday my mind decided to go off and not do anything it knew to do right. First of all, the square and a square I made into a FPP, and it is in a PDF. I used the picture though because I didn't like the template it gave me. So just cut a 1/4 inch around that and you have a 4-inch finished square and a square. Just add the corners, and the fabric requirements should be under the video now. I think I took care of that this morning. If they are off, I apologize, but I did not use anything bigger than a 5-inch square. So even for these, I cut 5-inch squares and I sew them together for my strips. And I put in there how to do it 8 at a time because that's the most efficient way to do the corner squares here. 8 at a time? Did I put 2? I should have put 4 at a time. Guess I'll change that. Where did I get 8? Doesn't matter. So for 4 at a time, I actually have that written down. So for 4 at a time, you would need 2 4-inch squares. And that's when you put your squares together, you sew around the perimeter, then you cut an X. That will get you your 2.5-inch HSTs for the corner. This right here is, yes, that is the point, challenging ourselves. And unfortunately, some people, I guess, gave up on the quilt along before it was done, or they didn't want to wait on her or whatever. And some people gave up, but I love it. I hope to make all the blocks. I am not committing to that. I want to badly because I want to do them. And not all of us are like, Sylvia, I'm going to make a short that it's just going to be me saying, hey, you want to do a collab? And Sylvia on a green screen saying, hello. I mentioned these blocks. Girl did them all in a matter of a few days, like 2-3 days. Lady, I say girl. I guess it's just a lady. The woman did them all in a matter of 2 or 3 days. Now she is an advanced quilter, I would say, and piecer. I am not. I am not. I do these. So one, I can learn and get comfortable. Two, I don't have to think a whole lot. They're not, I would like to make them in the same sizes, but that's not today's plan. So this is just a square to square in the middle. And then we're going to put strips around it. And then we're going to go to these demon block adjacent corners. That's right, I said it. I am not taking it back. Lynn says she printed some of the patterns from Dawn, but 6.5 is too small for me. It was for Melissa was having trouble, and I think I will too, unless I change them into FPP, that one block that I showed. The new hourglass block is what she's called it. I don't think I want to do that like the instructions are written. So I changed it into FPP, and I will talk to Dawn if anybody wants the FPP I create. One, do it at your own risk. I've done my best. If you want a professional one, go pay for it. Sylvia, very affordable. Check her out. But I'll talk to Dawn because it is her so long and I don't want to hijack anything. So, start out with the FPP. I pinned my first one so I would remember where I was going. 1/4 inch. I cut my triangles out of the, let's see, that's fitting triangles. Why did I do that? Out of a 5-inch square, let's just say. I told you today is not going to be good. I was trying very hard to do the informative, the coordinated, and this just, staying on the line. And I hope these are all the right size, because what happened was I was going to do a 12.5-inch block, and then I did it wrong. So that 12.5-inch block got scrapped for a, what size do I want to make that center? And then I'm going to build around it. See, it covers the paper. And then I'll put my next one. Let's tilt just a little bit. And by the way, I'm wearing sweatpants today because I think the jeans were pulling at my back and my hip has been bad. Don't judge. We sew in comfort. I'm just trying to get that point kind of in the center when I do that. These should be plenty big if you cut them from a 5-inch charm pack. Have too many UFOs. This over behind me is my UFOs. But I was thinking that keep creating a back stitch. I'm telling you, fuzzy is an issue. I was thinking putting the random blocks around that too would bring it bigger and make it cute. What did I do? Apparently, we're just not even going to talk about that. look at that seam. That, my friend, is the drunkard's path. But it opens up and fits where I want it to go. Good morning, Halo. I see you. Oh, it's just that's bad. Figure out what order I put these in. There we go. And then I'll take my next corner and try to do a better seam on it. Wow, that was bad. This is a fun day, not necessarily a teaching opportunity. Oh. Now that Halo's here, I'm going to tell you what I really think happened. Because she knows I'm playing. Last week, she was saying in her live Cherub Share, one of these days, girl, you're going to find one that gives you trouble. And lo and behold, yesterday when I got this block out to make, I came down with a case of stupid. That's just plain and simple. Then you push that one back. It was a case. And this, I say, what is that? The Flying Geese is a great beginner. This is also a great beginner FPV. You don't, just go in a circle. Don't have to worry a whole lot. I keep putting it back down because I put these in a certain order. Right sides together. I'm just lining up my edge right there and then doing a lot of praying because it's just been that kind of week. And it's only Tuesday. I will look at my chat in a little bit. Apparently multitasking is not my thing lately. She was talking about the double wedding ring, and I've always wanted to make a big one. Melissa and I have figured out a way to use less fabric, and that is, what am I doing? Where is my ruler? That doesn't look like 1/4 of an inch. That looks like, yeah, that is 1/4 of an inch and an 1/8. Which is why it barely fits my paper. Do better, Coleen. Do better. That's the center block. Let's square that to the paper. Here's my other. Pardon me. We found a more efficient way to make them. And I was looking at trademarking or patenting something, and that's just, I don't think that's going to happen. My father-in-law basically talked me out of that. Well, this is supposed to be 4-inch finished. Maybe it's not. Who knows? We're just going to keep going and see what we come up with today. But I have some charm packs and some other cuts that I had been saving for the scrappy double wedding ring. I'm just putting my 1/4 inch on the solid line and cutting the rest away. So I figured out how to use these cuts. And if I get all my cutting done, I think I could make the double wedding ring in, well, I gave myself 7 months. That way I only have to do a few a month and not get overwhelmed. But I'll probably do more because I don't like UFOs. And I'm going to have to get some more stabilizer, interfacing for those arcs. I don't mind the arcs the way they're turned. I don't mind doing them that way. And I have most of my interfacing drawn on anyway because I was going to do this like 2 years ago. I didn't understand a word in that book, Egg Money Quilts by Eleanor Burns, Quilting a Day. I was such a new quilter when I got that. I didn't understand. I was just like, this can't be in English. Pardon me, I've dropped something that I actually need. I will need. Maybe I won't need. Maybe I lost that one yesterday. That's probably the one I lost yesterday. Anyway, we have a square to square. And I'm going to leave these papers on for right now. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to build like a log cabin around it. And I've pieced, these strips are 1 1/4 inch. I was trying to downsize from the 12.5 inch block that I thought I was going to make in the first place. And I was like, well, let's see what happens. So let's see. I had a plan. What was my plan? That was not the plan. That was the plan. I'm just going to put these on like you do a log cabin. And since my strips are cut off because of my boo-boo yesterday, I'm taking that over more. So the first one only needs to be 4 inches long for this one. Oh, I just realized what I did. I got the seam allowance too big. Stay on the paper. Let's make sure I've got that seam allowance trimmed right before I start. Otherwise, everything is going to be wonky. was not. It makes a difference. I don't want it to, but it does, because I'm an efficient quilter. I don't want to do more than I have to do. Just okay, I'm gonna try that again. Put it back down, get my bearings again. There we go. Right sides together. So help me, you better be right. Okay, it looks right now. It was a little bit off, and it just, when I looked at that, it was just wrong. I wasn't going to pick apart yesterday's. I was just going to finish it later. And I was like, because nobody wants to see me do 20 Y seams on a live. And if you do, you're not nice. I don't have a problem doing Y seams. I really don't. I learned from Sylvia. Y seams don't bother me at all now. But it's not something I want to do on a live for an entire class. Okay, and look, because I followed my line, I cut my plants. Now I'm going to cut this one off. And since I cut it the, I guess width I wanted, the 1 1/4 to begin with, I'm not trimming anything off. That is exactly where it was supposed to be. That one we'll save for scrap. Okay. Then you take the second one, and it's going to have to be, I'd do at least 5 inches, right? Yeah, 5 inches. No, 5.5. 5.5 inches. Like I said, I did not measure these. I got frustrated yesterday and decided this isn't going to be a tutorial. This is going to be a, let's see if it even works. And the part I was stuck on, I should not be stuck on. I think angles were getting to me. I know angles were getting to me. Oops, that slipped. I did not make sure my sides were together. It's just a little bit like counts, but we're not worried about it today. And I'm going all the way across, not just on the paper. I go all the way across the first fabric I added. And open that one up. I'm trying to act like those strings aren't there, those threads, because I will get bogged down by controlling little things. I'm going to go over and I'm going to cut it in line with the first piece I put on and with the paper on the other side. Now, you could do this without FPP. I just think the neatest way I can get a square in a square, keeping my points and all that, is with FPP. That's a me thing. I turn it all the way around. Okay, and then let's get this back over. The next piece, the next strip, I'm just laying over it. Probably did not need, again, probably 5.5 inch strip. I don't know why I'm thinking self-fulfilling prophecy, but when I made this, I was like, when I started ripping it apart, first I was going to give up and just do it later. And then I thought, no, I can salvage all of that. So now I have more scraps. All the way across all the fabrics. And I'm backstitching because I want to. There's no reason to backstitch there. I just want to. Not in English. What did we not do in English? It isn't that bad to trademark or register. We should have called you. We still might. We still might. Because I did not find the technique that her and I came up with anywhere. I know there's the online, you can do them for a few $100s, which I can make donating plasma. We can't afford me to do things, people. We have a budget. Yes, I said budget. If you gasped, go away. I'm using my seam allowance this time to line up that edge and my paper. Oh, I almost did. So now we have to, isn't that cute? Isn't that bright and cheerful and cute? And I would normally not do that. I would normally not pick those colors and not put it together. I would go with something bland and boring and beige. Now the last one. Let's see how long that strip needs to be. I think this one needs to be 6 inches because I think this finishes at 5.5. Yeah, that strip needs to be 6 inches. See, my mind works on occasion. Deborah made the coffee when she got 30 minutes notice for my life. Good idea. And I'm going to start from this side this time. I'll have to go back and read the chat. And if you hear my machine clank, it's because somebody hasn't cleaned it recently. I'm telling you, I got lazy people working for me, and they hide things. Lazy people do hide things. I lost a pillow yesterday, a throw pillow. We don't lose throw pillows in this house. I don't know what happened to it. There's not that many hiding spaces. Just that one just a little bit. That looks about right. Oh, my nose. Isn't that pretty? Not bragging on myself. I'm surprised. Now the demon part of this block. Okay. I intentionally made these colors a certain direction because I used 2 different, blue and white and purple and white for the corners. And these 2 I did last night. That one I redid this side 4 times. 4 times, I kid you not. 4 times I redid that side. I picked it out. I even growled at it because what I did was I took the fabric and I flipped it backwards because I thought that gave it a pretty soft color. Except for my mind kept forgetting that that's what I was doing and turned that one right side every time. I was like, I'm done. Oh, goodness. Let me get a drink of water. Pardon me. What pillow? I don't know what happened. Yep, very colorful. Love it, Tracy says. Yes, that is bright, cheerful, and cute. My big tidy up says. Sylvia says cute. And then I scrolled. And my screen is over here because I moved it. I forgot how to scroll. Okay. Sylvia's listening and sewing. Oh, Lynn bias. I like FPP, but I find I waste a lot of fabric. I don't waste a lot of fabric because of the way I do it. And you don't have to waste a lot of fabric when you do FPP. At least not the ones that I've been doing. See, even though I did FPP, I cut the square to fit this, which is 3.5-inch square, just fits. So you can see my seams in there. And then I cut the quarters. I have this book, which you can find the information online for free. I didn't know that when I bought this little book. But if you're one of those people who don't like to look online for stuff, this little book I got at the Fabric Patch in Washington. I ordered from them. I don't know if Halo's seen it or if Halo has it. She loves it when I throw it under the bus like that. Hey, what you got, lady? The low waist method, yes. Halo said. But this has, and although all this information is free online, I don't want to show you their charts. Number of squares from fat quarters, number of strips from fat quarters, number of squares from specific fabric yardage. And then on down here is the diagonal block measurements, side setting triangle blocks. That's why I got this book out. I was like, okay, I looked it up, and for some reason this still was not going right in my head. Corner setting triangle blocks, reducing, enlarging blocks. It has all kinds of math already done for you. Setting blocks, and it starts at 2.5 inches and works its way up to some 10, some 13. Well, it is great for the setting triangles right here. So I know if I want to make 4 at a time, I can get it from 4 1/8 inch block square. 2 at a time, I need 2 3/8. And 1 at a time, you'd need at least 2.5 inches, which I tried last night, and for the life of me, did not work. I'm probably going to find out why today. I like this way better. Oh, I need to sew this one and get it down to size. Reorganize one. That is one that I lost yesterday. I was so frustrated yesterday. I was losing my parts. Hi, welcome to Sewing and Weird Things with Coleen. This is really just half of it. Did not sew on my pen. 2 at a time triangle. I had these triangles already cut, so they were my scraps, so I didn't do the 4, 8, 2, whatever at a time. I did pen. And then I was leaving my pens all over the place. Fuzzy head is a real thing. My missing pillow reminded Tracy of an old joke. When I woke up, my pillow was missing. Oh, yes. You dreamed about a marshmallow and ate it. Now the rest of that makes sense. I was thinking about that joke when I read it. Okay. Dark on top and press back. Deborah found 3 books of FPP. Not sure where they came from. Nice. No. This was way too big because, like I said at the beginning, I was going to do a 12.5 inch block. Then so this needs to be 2.5 inches, I hope. I can't even find the 2.5 inch line. Stop judging. See, that is a lot of waste that I didn't need to do. I can do better than that. But this was going to be bigger, so I'm still using what I have. That way I don't have to put that in something else. I'm using my diagonal line, lining the corners up with the tips of my diagonal line. And that is now a scrap that's usable for something else. And we're not going to throw that away because we need it. I was going for that thread. Oh, okay. Now I see something. I dropped another one. Come on. Why are we messing with me? Just a second, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how I lose things when I don't move. Found it, thank goodness. I lost a needle last week that I still haven't found over by my recliner. Okay. That goes here. That goes here. All right. I'm telling you, these, I thought these were a waste. I love design boards. Made them myself, though, because I'm not paying that for them. Oh, somebody's always behind. low waste method. I don't know what link Melissa shared. I will see it later. So I cut these out of, I'm thinking it was a 4.5 inch square. I can tell you real quick. 4 inch. I cut these out of approximately, the other one's wonky, 4 inch square. And my problem last night was, first of all, the dark triangle should be pointing inward. Okay, seems simple enough. Dark triangle pointing inward. So I went my setting squares and I went the right side on the wrong side for this. So first, I'm going to put my wrong side down. And you laugh, but this was an issue last night. I would laugh going, oh, you poor thing. Okay. And now when I turn them out, I have to have these to where they are going like this when I turn them out. I did it again, didn't I? I did it again. So my wrong side is up and I need them turned like this. This has waste. And that's why I did not do it as a tutorial, because it has waste. I can do better. I'm just showing you this particular block. And this one will go here. Let's set these up. For some reason, that angle was not working for me at all yesterday. I'm telling you, see, I know how to do it. And when I'm done, I'm going to go 1/4 inch past the dot on my square. When I'm done sewing these, I'm going to 1/4 inch past that seam and cut the excess off. So let's hope this goes as simple as it's supposed to be. And that it works with this, because I really don't, I was worried about this one. Not there, not worried about it. Okay, I'm going to do this slowly because hopefully I don't mess it up again. I am matching my corner on the white and the blue, and I'm going to sew on the blue. I'm going to flip this over so I can see and make sure I sew on the blue, because I make bad choices. And this is why I don't do quilt alongs for myself or for you guys. Just the random blocks right now. One day I'll get organized enough to, and I'm planning on getting an extra camera for my birthday next month, so I don't have to move my camera as much, and that helps my hip and my back. So that should make my life easier. Now I'm going to be very brave and chain piece by taking this one, doing the same thing, folding my right side over, line it up with the blue and with the white. Turn over so I can see it. Good morning, Gypsy Woman Wendy. Thank you, Melissa. Melissa is good at that. And I will give it in just a second. As soon as I sew this one down, I will look to see what Melissa wanted to see. Exclamation Coleen works. Eventually. That wasn't, there was no need to backstitch there. Okay. Now I look at the chat. Purple one was over here. The blue one was over here. Putting them back down where I found them. Pressing to the lighter one I just put on because I can. Except for that's not how that one goes. See, that's how I get messed up. Get in a hurry. I don't actually look at them before I pick them back up. Okay. Are you sure that triangle is right way up? Which triangle are we talking about? Sylvia asked. I went down the rabbit hole. There's a similar one available free on Kindle. Tracy likes the quilt charts. The book is available on Amazon for $8.50. I don't know what book that is, but that's a good price for most books. Okay. Sylvia, the one you just sewed fabric looks upside down. The one I just sewed fabric to looks upside down. I'm going to get a straight line across here with these. And I need a square line up here. Clearly, Tracy, I'm not doing a great job at that. Tracy says, I have no idea how you girls can sew, talk, and run a channel all at the same time. It's a struggle, and it winds up, you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. The light purple. The light purple. I may have sewn it upside down, but it's still going to work because it's lined up here, and I'm going to cut the extra off here. So it will be what I want it to be. This was not the ideal way to do it. The ideal way to do it was to cut the setting triangles correctly and put them on correctly. That's why, and that's what was messing with me yesterday, because I was using the pieces that I had cut already, and I didn't want to recut them. Not recutting these cost me pretty much an entire day of fussing and fiddling and trying angles. Angles are not my friend. I like math. I don't like angles. So now I'm going to take the other two and do the same thing. Line them up with that blue and the white. Purple and the white over here. Oh, the fabric is wrong side up. Yes, that's intentional. Yes, that's intentional, Sylvia. I see. Okay. Yes, I'm doing that intentionally because I think it gives it a softer look with those brights in the middle. I thought it would give it a softer look. That was actually a design choice too. Okay. Now when I sew this, I'm going to sew straight. I'm going to go all the way across that other fabric. And Halo hooks things up, goes live. I'm going to say you never know what she's going to do. I should have chain pieced that. I don't know what I'm doing. On Wednesdays, I was wanting to get that out. That's what it was. On Wednesdays. So thank you. Thank you, Tracy. Okay, Sylvia says that's what she was talking about, so that's fine. Okay, thank you, Sylvia. I appreciate you trying to catch me doing the wrong thing. That one I ripped 4 times because I was doing it right. What did I just do? That didn't look right. Okay, I need to remember to sew down this side. It's an issue every time. Every time it's an issue. But Tracy said, you're doing a fantastic job, Coleen. That is why you are there and I am here. I don't know that, but I'll take the compliment and say thank you. I'm not sure I had that one squared up really well when I cut it. You know, and I'm going to throw this idea out to everybody because I'm an equal opportunity idea giver. For those with channels, I saw on Reddit when I was looking for something that had to do with this book. I saw on Reddit somebody said that they did not understand squaring up a block. They didn't understand what that meant. They sewed, they heard it all the time. They didn't understand what that meant. I thought that would be good. That one might be kind of wonky. That's okay. Now I'm going to cut these down because I was irresponsible when making my triangles. And Wendy, what did Wendy say? I'm still making bags until I see a quilt I want to make. I understand that. This one might not be. Well, somebody cut this one right. I don't have to trim that one down. 1/4 inch above that. That's good. Goes over there. This one, on the other hand, is wasteful. I am just I'm putting my 1/4 inch line at the tip of that triangle because it works for me. For whatever reason, it works for me. Let's try to see, what was I doing? It worked yesterday for me anyway. The only thing that worked for me yesterday was cutting this down like this. I'm thinking this orange one might be wonky and it's going to mess up the black. That's okay. I accept the consequences. I did not need to have that waist. I didn't need to have that waist. I could have done them all like that one over there and they would have been fine. And that's the one I already had done, wasn't it? Ignore the crazy woman at the sewing machine. 1/4 inch, and I'm using my seam on that triangle to straighten my ruler to make sure I'm straight across it at whatever line I see line up with it. My cutting technique leaves something to be desired. Do you know what I did? I did, didn't I? No, that one was 2.5. What was these? I did not trim those right. Okay. That's not right. Don't care. Don't care. I'm putting it together. I'll redo that one eventually. So anyway, I'm trying to get my blues in here, not across from these blues. My green, not necessarily with that green, but it was a late choice. So now, in theory, if I did the corners right, these will match up. So I'm going to start over here. That way I can go around. I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to line that up as best I can from this distance with that corner. I could be finicky and do a much better job of it. But hey, we're live, so why would I do that? It's not that kind of day here. No, you don't. I see what you're trying to do. Just trying to pull the thread out. Look fast, yeah. See hearts. Okay. That one worked as intended. How about we stop there and call it a win? I'm going to knock those points off so my next one lines up straight. Why am I not cutting these right? And yeah, I'm going to put my block back down because I messed up. I'm eyeballing it because I make bad choices. We have already gone over this. I could fold this and find the center and do that, and that would work. And that one's a little bit too short. That's okay. These are not blocks I'm going to freak out over. These were from scraps. I thought that corner might get me, and it is. That's okay. I'm going to put it together anyway. The technique for putting it together is still solid. She hopes. My side's fine. I don't know how the people with companies do this online. And I broke that thing. Because I will do this. Don't get stitches. And it'll go back the way I want. Oh, that might. If I'm careful there, that could still work. All right. For a block that gave my mind such a hard time, see, it shouldn't have. It just shouldn't have. Okay. There was no reason for it to act that way. My mind, not the block. I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with me to see what happens. Fear of missing out is real. And I am running a little bit late, which is, since it's constant, I would say less that that's late and more normal. And if you do it with the triangle up on this side, you can see if you're going over your stitch line right there. Especially if you use a white thread on a dark fabric, like I did. I did not change my stitch length on this one. I usually do. I usually turn it down to the same thing I use for FPP. Now, next week, hopefully we do better. I'm going to have to redo this corner, of course. Isn't that pretty? I am so surprised at how pretty it was. When I was putting it together with the cards, the 2.5 inch, these, when I was putting this together with that, and I laid the fabrics on top of it, I thought, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. And then these swirly fabrics. Here it is. Let's see how big this is going to be relatively. We need to share the space. Okay? Tell me you never talk to your machines. Okay, I'm doing good. Going to. Looks like my seam is straightish here, and I'll lob that off right there. Oops. Try to keep that 1/4 inch over here. See what we come up with. I like this block. I could do a whole quilt in this block and be very happy. And I might. For me, it's all about, wow, that is satisfying. When this line right here goes across those two seam lines straight, and I keep my 1/4 inch over there, this is a good day. But all I have to do is cut everything, label it, organize it, and I could chain piece this whole thing and have a very pretty quilt. Is that where it turned? Yeah, that's where it turned. Let me give this an iron real quick before I get the final measurement for you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Tracy says I brighten her day. Yay! I appreciate that. You know, I just don't have very many people to talk to. And I get on here for me as much as I get on here for me. I like visiting. I like the opinions that are in my live chat, and, you know, the chance that I'm doing something wrong is always there. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. I was wondering yesterday, I don't seem to connect with people in the shorts feed like some quilters and stuff do. I'm just going to have to be patient. The Lord will grow my channel as he sees fit or doesn't see fit. I am so pleasantly surprised. See, that would be pretty too. Just build that out a little bit and put it on point. I love the way seams look in the light. I'm just such a joy. I know. Deborah said she thought she was the only one that touched her sheets. Somebody was talking about bags. Appreciate you guys. Now, if this was completed, it would be all the blocks I've done. They rarely come out square. This one is 8.5 unfinished. And these up here were worrying me. 8.5 unfinished size. And isn't that pretty? Bright and beautiful. I don't like bragging on myself, but I do. I think it's bright and beautiful. And I would not normally pick those. So that's a good lesson for myself. Are you beyond learning things still? If you are, tell me how you did that, because I want to know. Okay. We are going to wrap up. I appreciate it. Everybody is saying lovely. Let's get this back up. Nobody needs to see my jammy bottoms. They're sweatpants. I call them jammy bottoms. Sylvia still has one-sided binding to finish. Lynn asked if you're machine stitching that binding. I'll get the words. Get a drink. Been talking a while. I agree, Tracy. She says if you put it in the window, it looks like stained glass. That could be a thing. You know, you can. I wonder if you could decoupage that to the window and make yourself stained glass. I am freaking someone out by saying that. Why would you do that? Why would you decoupage fabrics to your because it would look pretty? Thank you all. Yes, she's machine stitching. And Dee says, I made it. I got to watch the entire live and hear all the jokes. You are winning at life, my friend. And that's what I'm here for. Did you forget a corner? Melissa, we're not talking about that corner. You missed it. But act like it's done. What happened was, I probably just skimmed over it. What happened was somehow I did this. Clearly that's not the right size. They're just so stinking cute though. Oh, I'm glad everybody got to join. Let's say our goodbyes. Don't forget, we have the premieres, channel hop and premieres Friday. I think we're going to try to make that a thing because it's fun for us too. Go from channel to channel and visit. And we're working with Sylvia to make her videos a little bit longer. I say we're working. I mean, we're judging. We're judging Sylvia on a regular basis. I'm joking. Okay. The premieres are Friday. Sunday is our block of the month. Check all of us out. See what we came up with for the block. I'm not giving away what it is, although I think Melissa's upcoming for that is already up, so you can see. And we have come October, we're having collabs, the three of us and Dawn at My Quilt Projects, who we love. Is there anything I left out? Hat trick. You can find us with hashtag hat trick, hashtag dynamic trio. Mouth needs to catch up. So Melissa says, I must have Daisy required attention. The pampered pooch. That's who Daisy is. The pampered pooch. I borrowed one of her shirts to put up. Then after I did, I thought somebody's going to think that they're mistreating that dog. They are not. You say Cookie, Daisy growls because she wants one. They're hers. Why are you touching them? It is so cute. But people are tapping their pets to see how long it takes to make them mad, and that drives me crazy. So every time somebody does that, I put up a video saying, quit it. If you're into annoying your pet, do it cuter. Wait for it to growl when you pick up a cookie because it's not yours. Oh, sewing bee on October 5th. Yes, and Dawn will be joining us. Lord willing, the creeks don't rise. I'll be there. We're going to have a good time because we always have a good time. That will be on Melissa's channel. And I have a big hope list for my channel. One is to get the Zooms on my channel. My son is talking about getting a Starlink, so we'll have better uploads and downloads, but that's going to be on him to get because we still have to keep our internet because Starlink is not dependable for gamers. So I've got big dreams for my channel. It's just going to be slow because, you got to budget for these things. And when you get sick or something happens, every freezer goes out, your car's quit, the budget changes and we have to reschedule, and that's fine. That is life, and that's how we get by. And Lord's taking care of us. I can't complain. But that is the plans for the channel. So Melissa doesn't have to host all of them because she has that internet where if it storms, if it storms the 5th, it could change everything. But this is what we're hoping for now, that Melissa's dog is not spoiled. Melissa's dog is not spoiled. I don't want people to get the wrong impression of the dog that growls every time you touch a cookie because it's not yours. Sylvia, I like that. She says, dream big, act slow. That's my motto. There you go. Slow and steady and all that. Yep. But like I say about our channels, they're not growing overnight, like some channels do. But, good bread, slow rising. All righty. Yeah, that's why we record them, and I have to figure out how to do that. Record the Zoom so each of us can put it up on our own channels for future watches. Even if you don't go to every channel and watch it, maybe you'll find their channel through one of ours. We like to, cross publicize. Is that a thing? By the way, Angel, I ain't lying. I'm going to talk to you about what you know about trademarks because I Googled it and my head didn't like it. Don't forget to check her shop for the holiday card deck and the book. The other book. The one I pick random numbers out of. And she's got all kinds of stuff in there. The panel. Check out. Click all the tabs. Push all the buttons. Do it. It's worth it. Trust me. She has great shipping, great customer service. She will not steer you wrong. She will not do you wrong. Her and her crew. That's why I call them. Halo and her crew. So, take care. Have a good day. I enjoyed this. I needed some happy. I did. I needed some happy. It's been a hard couple of weeks. Thank you all for making my day better too. It's not a one-way street. Love you all. Take care. Be the light you hope to see in others. And I will see you next Tuesday, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time.